So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now listen, man. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, getting to that paper, that dough, that cheddar, that mozzarella, you know, that cheese. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in this channel, Grown Man Business TV. And y'all understand that we are growing this content. We are growing this channel organically. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Constant elevation. We are on our way to the top. Yeah, we are approaching 30,000 subscribers non-stop. Big salute to y'all. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, everybody that's making their way to Grown Man Business TV. You know, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, but you have now entered the Realest channel on YouTube. Big salute to everybody that's locked in. Make sure y'all wipe your feet off before y'all step into this mansion. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure, you know what I mean, that you are in tune with this channel. Now, we're going to get right into this. We're going to get right into this situation. You understand what I'm saying? You see the thumbnail. I know you see the title. You know, California wildfires are out of control. California wildfires are out of control. And you got people over there on the West Coast running around like chickens with their head cut off. I'm talking all the way from upper government all the way down to civilians. You know, people are running around like chickens with their heads cut off right now on the West Coast. Absolutely nasty work. You know, one thing for sure, two things for certain, we talk about a lot on this channel. And I already told y'all that we was going to deep dive into this situation that's going on in California because we got to talk about it. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But I want y'all to notice that as there's a wildfire taking place right now, you got hundreds and thousands of people in disarray. Somehow, some way, the NFL is still playing these wild card games. You understand what I'm saying? You know, before we get into the situation, before we start breaking this thing down, before we start coming from multiple different angles, I really want that to sit on the top of your mental Rolodex that the NFL right now, the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles are playing a live NFL game right here in America, right here on American soil. You understand? So I want to throw that out there. I want you to get that, and I want you to sit with that. I want that to marinate so that you can understand that this government, this establishment don't care nothing about us. And when I get to telling you what's going on, when I get to breaking this thing down, when I get to giving you this game, you can use that as a conduit. You know, I know y'all want to say conspiracy theory. Y'all want to say X, Y, and Z. Everything other than facts and everything other than truth. Everything. So when you think about this, you got a stadium full of people. You got NFL players. You got them throwing the ball. They catching the ball. They running the ball. I mean, they doing everything that they can do to get into that end zone at the same time where a whole state like California is going up in flames right now. Now, you got to know something. 2025 is going to be an amazing year, especially for independent content creators and especially for FBA, Foundational Black Americans. Because you gotta feel this energy. If you don't know, if you don't feel it, then maybe you're not connected. You're not in tune. That third eye ain't open, but you don't feel this energy, my G. You don't feel the difference, huh? You don't feel the urgency in this. It's nasty work was taking place. And one thing for sure and two things for certain, FBA, Foundational Black Americans, will be at the top of the mound. We will be at the top of the mountain. Non-stop forward progression. You're going to like it or love it. You're going to get down or you're going to lay down. And if you ain't with it, then you're going to stay down. Yeah, we'll make sure of that. Nobody is safe anymore. White supremacy doesn't matter anymore. It's a lot going on and it's a lot taking place. It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. Yeah, I said, you know what? I'm going to give y'all this game on a good Sunday. You know, I could have been a preacher or something like that. The way I be giving these sermons, the way I be giving up this game, the way I be spilling. Yeah, I could have been a preacher or something like that. California wildfires. Yeah, they playing in our face, man. But this ain't the first time they did this. This the second time they played with these laser beams, this directed energy, this Tesla mute. Ooh wee! I'm telling you something, homie. Tesla was taken out because the inventions, the things that he had discovered, they want to use for evil. Tesla didn't want to use it for evil. He wanted to use it to take us to the next level. And guess what? You already know what they do. Any and every time somebody comes with some powerful invention, some powerful information that's going to save us money, that's going to take us to the next level, that's going to have us living like the Jetsons and all that, they get rid of them. They delete them. And Tesla, he was no different. Let's talk about this. California is up in blaze. California is on fire right now. And the only people that really care are the independent content creators, are the conspiracy theorists. The only people that are going to tell you the truth, that are going to give you this game pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles. Yours truly. Salute. Now let's slowly unpack what the higher ups and the elites are doing. And let's slowly unpack exactly why California is on fire right now. You got to know something. It's a method to the madness. Nothing is by coincidence. Nothing happens by coincidence, especially on American soil. So anytime you looking at something like this, anytime we sit back and we watching a whole state go up in flames, $100 million homes go up in flames, you got to ask yourself, why? All that I've been living is the thing that I've been given. Yeah, why? They got me in the system. Why they got to do me like that? Yeah, why? It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. Now, one more thing before we get into these videos and before we start chopping these clips up and I start giving up this game, is I want you to understand something. This is FBA business over here. This is foundational Black American business right here. This particular channel, Grown Man Business TV, this is FBA business. But what I need you to understand is it's always a bigger picture. In the grand scheme of things, it's got to be everybody. Everybody, every culture, every man that's standing on grown man business got to understand that if you got the dog fur or you don't, we got to turn our attention to the higher ups and the elites. We got to turn our attention to the government. Yeah. That's why I'm dangerous. Because not only am I going to point the finger, not only am I going to let you know that it's the higher ups and the elites, but I'm going to tell you as well, listen, homie, FBA, Foundational Black Americans, those my people. I'm standing up for that. You should stand up for your people. And once you get enough nuts, once you get enough gall, once you get enough bravery to stand up for your people, now we can stand side by side and we can go against the higher ups and the elites. I wanted to throw that out there so you never confuse this with racism. So you never, ever, ever confuse this with somebody that's talking down or somebody that's disrespecting. We all got to come shoulder to shoulder. We got to stand side by side, and we got to recognize that the higher ups and the elites don't care about race. Woo. When you get to the highest level, the only color is green. You understand me? When you get to the highest level, the only color is green. Yeah, we gonna handle this. The only color is green, homie, and the only motive is greed. I could have been a preacher. When you get to the highest level, they're not worried about if you got dog fur. They're not worried about if you a black man. They're not worried about none of that. They worried about green and greed. You could be whatever you want to be. You could be an alien. You could be an extraterrestrial. You could be from Mars. As long as you got a certain amount of greed in you, you willing to do anything. You got that greed. And your mind and motivation is green. That dough, that paper, that green, that currency, whatever the resource is at the time. You in bed with them people, man. So you need to know something. I know I'm passionate about my black people. I'm passionate about FBA business. And listen, I ain't backing down. I ain't taking my foot off the gas when it come to FBA business. But you got to understand something. I'm a war general. I'm a war general. So I understand that after we understand and we get on the same page, that y'all are going to respect foundational black Americans at the highest level. Y'all going to respect this. Now we can go to war together. Yeah. You like how that sound? Can you feel that? After you admit what we have done for this soil, after you can get past your pride and your racism and your underlying hatred for black people, now we can go to war against the higher ups and the elites, the real opposition. The real ops. Yeah, the real op, my G. I ain't lying. I ain't playing with this. The higher ups and the elites are the only opposition that we got. You ain't my op. I'm not your op. It's the ones poisoning our food. It's the ones poisoning our air. It's the ones poisoning our water. It's the ones lighting whole states on fire. Those are the real ops, my G. Those are the ones we need to lay down. We need to make them get down, make them lay down, and they ain't even got an option. They gonna stay down. We gonna make them get down, we gonna make them lay down, and they not gonna have an option. Your ass is gonna stay down. So don't worry. Don't worry. We gonna talk about this. Big salute to the chat. California, man, a man-made fire. They not gonna like this, allegedly. They not gonna like this. They not gonna like what I'm about to tell y'all. They not gonna like what I'm about to expose to y'all. But it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Yeah, that's man-made. It ain't nothing wildfire about that. It ain't nothing that got nothing to do with dry air. It ain't got nothing to do with brushes, dirt. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. And they got an army of illegal immigrants over there that's putting in work, that's pushing the fire, that's feeding the fire. They got a whole army of illegal immigrants that Kamala Dick Harris and Joe Biden led into this country that are now fanning the flames. Like it or not, the truth will be the truth. We're going to stand on their business. Now, I want to let President Donald Trump, President-elect Big Dog Trump, I want to let him talk because I'm going to let him say what he got to say, and I'm going to add on to that. Yeah, they feeding the fire. They blowing the fire. They pushing the fire. Right now, this is political. Oh, it get deeper than rap, though. It's a spiritual warfare that's going on as well. It's a spiritual reason why California is on fire, why California is going to burn. But we're going to get to that later. Right now, let's stay political. Let's stay politics only. Listen to this. Big salute to the chat. Hit that like button.
Capitol Hill,
In other words, we gave it to
where
them for
President
nothing.
Trump's
The most
speaking.
expensive structure ever built in the history of our country, relatively speaking. The most expensive, by far. We lost 38,000 people. They gave it to them for $1, and then they charge more for our ships. It's not going to happen. And China's running the Panama Canal. That's not going to happen either.
Mr. President, on California, Mr. President, during the pandemic, you often said that you didn't believe that you should bail out blue states, that you believe remain mismanaged. Given your criticism of Governor Gavin Newsom, are you willing to work with him, and do you believe that federal aid should be provided to California for as long as it takes?
Well, it's very sad because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish, which is in other areas, by the way, called a smelt. And for the sake of a smelt, they have no water. They had no water in the fire hydrants today in Los Angeles. It was a terrible thing. And we're going to get that done. It's going to finally be done. I got it done from the federal side, and he didn't want to sign it, but it's not going to happen again like that. There's no reason. Can you imagine? You have farmers that don't have any water in California. They have plenty of water. They don't have a drought. They send it out to the Pacific, and it's crazy. So what's happening in California is a true tragedy. I know those areas very well. I have many friends living in those houses. That is a true tragedy. Nobody ever thought. I mean, virtually Beverly Hills and areas around Beverly Hills are being decimated. The biggest homes, some of the most valuable homes in the world are just destroyed. I don't even know. You know, you talk about a tax base. If those people leave, you're going to lose half your tax base of California. This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water. They didn't have water in the fire hydrants. They don't have water. And yet they have, the water comes from, you know where? Up north. And it comes down at levels, they give millions and millions of barrels of gallons of water that they have, and they send it out into the Pacific. For the Pacific, it's like a drop, it's nothing. But for California, it would take care of the whole state. So what's happened is a tragedy, and the governor has not done a good job. With that being said, I got along well with him when he was governor. We worked together very well, and we would work together. I guess it looks like we're going to be the one having to rebuild it. But what happened there, I don't think there's anything that I've ever seen quite like it. And the insurance companies are going to have a big problem because you're talking about big, big dollars.
Oof. Oof. Now, I want to say this before we get into this. I want to say something, right? You know, it's so refreshing, right? It's so refreshing to hear a president give direct answers. You know, to hear a president be able to speak and articulate itself and actually answer a question and not beat around the bush and not go into circles, not take us into a whole maze. You understand? We ask a simple question and we got to go all over the world. And then after we listen to Kamala and Joe Biden, we still ain't got a clear answer. So before we get into this, I want to say it's just refreshing to see a real stand-up man standing straight, not stumbling, not falling, not tripping over stairs, looking the people right in their eyes and giving direct, honest answers. Yo, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy what's taking place out there in California. You got a state sitting directly next to the Pacific Ocean. In the higher ups and the elites talking about wind and they ain't got water. They ain't got water over there. And then you got Donald Trump, and we're going to go back through this because this about to lead us into the rabbit hole. You got Donald Trump, president-elect, saying, listen, man, they sending the water out to the Pacific Ocean to save a little-ass fish. Oh, the pelk. It's a pelk. And instead of us having water throughout this state, you know, because those mountains in California produce a lot of water, B. Those mountains in California at the top, they produce a lot of water. Instead of sending that water to California so y'all can have reserves, y'all sending it out to the Pacific Ocean. And y'all ain't got a real clear-cut reason why, other than a damn fish that y'all trying to save, a pelk. So, again, if you really want to know what's going on, all you got to do is do your due diligence. But don't worry, I'm going to do it. All you got to do is come to Grown Man Business TV and we going to talk about this. Nasty work. And these same people was trying to convince us to vote for Kamala Dick Harris. Oh, she's a... Hell no. She can't even get... Listen, she can't even get water. We ain't heard nothing from Joe Biden. We ain't heard nothing from Kamala Dick Harris. We ain't heard nothing. Where they at? Why is Donald J. Trump talking? He has not taken office yet. He is not officially the president of the United States of America. Not yet. But we having press conferences with Donald J. Come on, man. A slap in the face. And all of you people out there, all of y'all that was voting for Kamala, y'all, boy, you already know. You already know. Somebody need to go in your mouth. Somebody need to go in your mouth. All you celebrities that was pushing for Biden, yeah, we're going to talk more about that. But it was a lot of people out here. A lot of people pushing for Kamala Dick Harris, and now we got a state on fire, and they can't even figure out how to get water. They can't even figure out how to get water. That's a tragedy. They have the reserves. They have the water. So I wanted to put that out there before we go into this rabbit hole, because what you got to understand is it's a reason. It's a reason why they sending that water to the Pacific Ocean. And it ain't got nothing to do with no damn pelk. Oh, yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with no little ass fish. That's just the reason. That's just the excuse. Oh, we trying to save the pelk. Well, we don't care about the pelk. It's the reason why those fire hydrants ain't got no water in it. Because it's burn, baby, burn. It's burn, baby, burn. Yeah, you can't stop this information. You can't muffle the grown man that's standing on grown man business. And it's about time that America got a grown... See, one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm here to tell you. Trump can't save America. It's over. The Matrix is the Matrix. Trump is as powerful as he is. He not going to be able to save this. We already knee deep in it. We already in it. That's why I tell FBA, that's why I'm so passionate about this. The closer and closer we get to 2030, we got to be all the way on code. Man, women, and child. We got to be on code under God. It's time to get on code under God. God, man, women, child. It's time for that. We don't got no other options. The house is on fire. They ain't got no water in it. You telling me, before we go any further, you telling me all the tax-paying dollars, because when you're not a hooligan, when you're not a thug, when you're not an unproductive citizen of America, you understand just how much people in California pay in taxes. I'm talking homeowner, man, come on, man. Property taxes, state taxes, federal taxes, food, gas, all of that. How many, it's so much money being paid. California, one of the highest. California is one of the highest, if not the highest in America when it comes to taxes. And you mean to tell me out of those trillions of dollars, y'all ain't figured out how to keep water in the hydrants just in case y'all get a fire, something that y'all face every year. This ain't nothing new. The same way Florida get hurricanes every year, somewhere in California, the shit light on fire. It's a forest fire every year. And with all this money, all this prestige, all these higher-ups and the elites, you mean to tell me y'all ain't even got water in the hydrants? It's a setup. Yeah, it's a setup, my G. Big salute to Trump, man. You know, let me let him do that one more time. I just really like that.
They don't have water, and yet you talk about a tax base. If those people leave, you're going to lose half your tax base of California. This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water. They didn't have water in the fire hydrants. They don't have water. And yet they have, the water comes from, you know where? Up north. And it comes down at levels. They give millions and millions of barrels of gallons of water that they have, and they send it out into the Pacific. For the Pacific, it's like a drop. It's nothing. But for California, it would take care of the whole state. So what's happened is a tragedy, and the governor has not done a good job with that.
Millions of gallons of water that they intentionally send out to the Pacific Ocean for some odd reason. Like the Pacific Ocean actually need more water in it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Pacific Ocean is going into a drought of water. Who what bright mind thought of that? Let's just send all the mountain rainwater out into the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, let's do it. These politicians need to be made to get down. We need to make them get down, lay down, and then stay down. And in due time, I'm going to tell you something. Oh, the time is coming. The time is coming where the meek will inherit the earth. It's going to be a time where we're going to be able to get our hands on them, and they're going to have to get down, and we ain't going to let them get back up because it's over. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a tragedy. Word to Donald Trump, it's a tragedy what's going on out there. And I wanted to say that about the taxes because, you know, this grown man business is universal. It's a universal law. It's a universal language when you talking amongst men. When you talking amongst grown adults in America, you understand. But when you a hooligan and all you doing is smoking weed and talking about jail and talking about, you know, scammers, you don't really know. See, you don't know what property tax, your old lady take care of that. You don't know what it means to be a tax-paying citizen on this ground, to understand how much they are taking advantage of you. You paying all this money. You got to pay money to go over a bridge. They tax your money before you get it. Then they tax you on your food. They tax you on your fuel. They tax you on everything. They tax you on your property. So when I say this grown, you got to understand from a whole nother angle, homie. It's so many different angles to be an adult. It's so many different angles to being a grown man with this. So I couldn't imagine paying all this money in property taxes for this big ass house, and we ain't even got water in. Boy, somebody, what? We going in somebody's mouth behind that. We ain't got water in the fire hydrant, and I just paid $10,000 on a property that I own. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. I'm just here to present something to y'all. I'm just here to give y'all this game. I can't wait to play a few more videos because it's nasty work. They lit California on fire. Allegedly. Yeah, they playing with me on this. They playing with me on this app. Allegedly, they lit California on fire. Why, G&B? Why would they do that? Well, you know what? It's a smart city they've been talking about putting out there. More control over the residents, more control over the people. Listen, we're going to take you out your urban community. We're going to put y'all in a smart city. Everything is electric. Everything is ran by the government. Everything. We're going to put y'all all in one desolate area, and we're going to call it a smart city. And just like those Teslas, if we want to cut every Tesla off with the push of a button, we cut it off, B. You get out of pocket. You live in a smart city. We'll handle you without even see that. You got to understand something. Hey, Maui, Hawaii. Y'all thought y'all thought it was a game. Y'all thought this was a wildfire, a brush fire. You know, it don't burn like that. When it's a wildfire, when it's a forest fire, it don't burn like that, homie. And we can't, they don't want us to talk about the blue tops. They don't want us to talk about that blue color, that color blue that will survive these laser beams that they use and this directed energy that they stole from Tesla. Oh, y'all thought Elon Musk was Tesla? Y'all thought Elon Musk created? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Do your research. Y'all thought them cars was really what Tesla. He discovered some things. Now, why the urgency? Before we get into the urgency, right, I want to show y'all something. I want y'all to let's watch this. Big salute to the chat. Hit that like button. Watch this.
Viral images claim to reveal what caused the Maui wildfires. Ariane Tilly is here to verify if those images are legit or not.
The wildfires that swept through Maui are the deadliest in U.S. history in more than a century. At least 100 people have died and more than 850 are missing. On social media, people are speculating about what could have caused the fires. One trending theory is that the fires started due to an attack from a directed energy weapon. 3 viral images appearing to show evidence of directed energy weapons have been shared online. But do these images really show that directed energy weapons started the wildfires in Maui? Let's verify.
Now let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. And I'm going to run it back for you. She said 3 images of directed energy. 3 images show directed energy, a laser beam. Technology they've been had for years due to Tesla. But they act like they don't got it, and they don't want us to hear nothing about it. They want us to think that it's a wildfire. 3 images out there in Hawaii, right? And then she asked the question, well, does that mean that what else would be the fucking cause? Why would there be laser beams shooting to the ground if that's not the cause of the fire? So you got to be able to find the message in the mess, because this whole situation with this media, with these media outlets, with these news anchors and all that, it's a mess. But it's always a message in it. That's what make Grown Man Business TV voice more powerful than CNN, more powerful than Fox News. It make my voice more powerful than DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God playing butt tag every day on your morning radio. Because when you come over here, when you come to the Realest, you ain't got to worry about that. I'm going to give you this pure dope. You ain't got to worry about the mess. I'm just going to give you the message. It's still people over here talking about Maui, talking about Hawaii, talking about how did these fires, and right here on the news, they telling you they got images of directed energy. Oh yeah, we gonna talk about this, man. We gonna talk about this. I don't want to hold you up no longer. I don't want to play no games with it. I don't want you running around trying to figure. I'm gonna give you this dope. Right off the brick I can't hold it no more. I want to serve the streets with this pure dope. Hold on real quick, hold on. I want you to feel it. When you hit this fire, when you hit this door, I want you to go sky high. I don't want you to feel it. I want you to feel it. I want you to know it's there. Big salute to the chat, man. We're going to let this lady say this again. I want y'all to get an earful of this. I want y'all to understand something. Hold on. Let me just make sure I got this lined up nice and neat, right? Let me make sure I got this up nice and neat for y'all. Hold on. Because you got to understand something. Forest fires don't burn like that. You're not going to get no trees. Nah, B. Hey, look. You're not going to get no trees to just burn like that, homie. You're not going to get... Let me show y'all something. Yeah, I want y'all to see something. I ain't playing no games. I'm tired of playing with y'all, man. Tired of playing with you. All right? Big salute to the chat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Watch this. Hold on. Damn, where's she at? There she go. Big salute to the chat. Listen to this lady.
Viral images claim to reveal what caused the Maui wildfires. Ariane Tilly is here to verify if those images are legit or not.
The wildfires that swept through Maui are the deadliest in U.S. history in more than a century. At least 100 people have died and more than 850 are missing. On social media, people are speculating about what could have caused the fires. One trending theory is that the fires started due to an attack from a directed energy weapon. 3 viral images appearing to show evidence of directed energy weapons.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look.
Have been shared online. But do these images really show that directed energy weapons started the wildfires in Maui? Let's verify. Our source.
That's the trick right there, where they show you the directed energy. They show you images of directed energy. And then right after that, they ask you a question and they say, well, does this really mean that directed energy are the causes? Well, what the hell else could be the cause? What else could be the cause? You know, it's nasty work, B. It's nasty work what's taking place. Why would they be doing this? Well, we need that land over there in Maui. The same way they want that land over there in Cali. Hawaii and Cali, they not that far apart. Hawaii and Maui are both within the Pacific Ocean. You know, the coast out there in the ocean. You think it's a coincidence? It ain't no coincidence. We need that land. Soon as they cleared that land out over there in Maui, you know, billionaires like Bill Gates and Oprah Winfrey and Jeff Bezos, they started buying that land up. They started kicking the locals out. It was a whole thing where the locals were talking and going on the news and speaking out about how these billionaires were now cutting off their path to the ocean, making these beaches private beaches. So now the locals can't go over there. The locals can't fish. The locals can't provide for themselves. And what they always do, it's the same thing they did to FBA. It's the same thing they did to my people a long time ago. We got out here, we started building Black Wall Street. We started building our communities. And guess what they did? They said, you know what, FBA, Foundational Black Americans, we need that land. So they start burning our shit down. They burnt down Black Wall Street. They burnt down, made it Lake Lanier. Our community made it Lake Lanier. They burnt down all our black communities. And they said, guess what? We're going to move y'all over here. We're going to move y'all into these urban areas. Y'all go over here because we want that. That's the same thing they doing in California. The only difference is it ain't just black people that's being affected now. Now you got people in Hawaii who thought they were safe. You got millionaires, billionaires. You got people with a lot of money that thought they were safe. Mel Gibson and all of them is on the news right now talking about how these big ass mansions went up in flames. You ever been inside a mansion, homie? You know what kind of fire it gotta be to burn that shit down to the ground like that? This ain't no shack I'm living in. This ain't no little baby house. This ain't no little baby. This ain't no hut, homie. You talking about walking into a 10, 15 room mansion and the shit burned down to the ground. And they gonna tell us it's a forest fire. Oh, it was a forest fire. You know Yogi the Bear, you know who I'm talking about. Yogi the Bear and all them boys out there in the mountains. Yeah, it's a forest fire. Directed energy. Because we can't wait for a forest fire. It's going to take too damn long. We need something to work a little faster. We want all this land cleared. I'm talking thousands of acres. They burning down thousands of acres out there in California, telling us it's ain't no forest over here. So you telling me a forest fire, ain't no goddamn forest over here, B. Ain't no trees over here. This is a whole subdivision. Well, we got water, we got lakes, we got all kind of shit over here. Why would a forest fire be out there in Beverly Hills and shit? So a forest fire made its way to Beverly Hills. And you want me to just run with that? You want me to just believe, yo? Come on, man. What are we talking about? They ain't got them forest over here, B. I ain't seen a forest. I ain't know it was forests around here. It's a forest over here? Where? Oh, I'm sorry, GMB TV. It's a forest fire. And we can't do anything about it. It's a forest fire, and it's gonna a forest. You talking trees and wilderness, and you talking camping and all that? That's what you talking about? So you telling me a forest? It's time to go to war, baby. Hey yo, I'm telling you, this time to go to war about this. Because if you don't go to war, if you ain't ready for war, they just gonna burn. Yo, it's a forest fire. Yeah, it's nothing more we can do. We don't have any water. The Pacific Ocean is right there, but I'm sorry, G&B TV, we don't have any water in the hydrants. Oh, I know you spend thousands of dollars on taxes, but we don't have any water. Ain't the Pacific Ocean, ain't Venice Beach right there? I've been to Venice Beach before. You telling me ain't no water? Where the fuck to be? What's the problem? I don't think it matters. Salt water, clear water, mountain water, it's water. Take your ass to the Pacific Ocean, fill up those helicopters, and fly the water over here. Oh, it's a forest fire. You don't know that a forest fire? Hey, bruh, I would have went in your mouth about that. Fuck, it is what it is. You ain't gonna put nobody in jail. It's a goddamn forest fire going on right now. So I'm sure you ain't handcuffing nobody. I would have went in your mouth and made you eat that. Now, I done broke down, right, this directed energy. I done broke that down. Now I want to show you something. I want to show you something, and I want you to sit with this. I want you to let this marinate in your spirit like you was Country Wayne or something. I want you to marinate, because ain't no forest fire on the face of the planet doing this right here. All right, so look at this. Big salute to the chat, man. Look at this shit right here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What I'm trying to tell you is ain't no forest fire doing that. Ain't no goddamn forest fire. It ain't no forest fire doing that. It ain't a forest in the earth that's gonna burn like that, boss. You need directed energy. That's a whole laser beam they just did right there. That's a whole laser beam they did to light that mountain on fire. You telling me you thought of 4 Californians. I'm talking to you. Direct message to you. Californians. It's time for you to put the guns in the bloods in the crypt. Y'all need to put that down. It's time to redirect your energy. Y'all done did enough killing on the street. They telling y'all right here, and they telling me that this a damn forest fire, then that means it's time to go to war then. It's time for war, baby. If you really think I'ma believe that that's a forest fire, and you thought I was that dumb, that I was that stupid, that I ain't got no sense, that you could tell me that a forest fire right there. Hold on, blood. Hold on, Crip. Hold on real quick. Let's go ahead and unite for a few minutes. Let's go ahead and get together. We got a bigger enemy. We got a real op. And this op don't care if it's blue or red. This op only care about green, and we need to go to war about this. A direct message to California. I talked to New York City, so I got to talk to y'all the same way. Ain't no way. Bruh, what? It ain't a forest. You can't get this kind of flame from forests and trees and pine cones and all that. All right? Now, I got a lot of people in the DMs and I see a lot of people in the chat. Big salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That's telling me and they asking me, GMB TV, like, what's your perspective on the National Guard? What's your thought process on the National Guard and the help that is supposed to be in California right now? You know, it didn't take long for the downloads to begin to download. That was like an easy math. That's like easy work right there. And my answer, my perspective, and my thought process on that is the same thing that happened in Maui is the same thing that's happening in California when it comes to the National Guard. See, one thing y'all got to understand is the people that they sending in y'all are not being sent to help y'all. That's the disguise. That's the mask. We're sending in National Guard to help you when really they are only there to keep you off your land. Once that land becomes a devastated area, once that land becomes catastrophic area, now the National Guard can legally stop you from going back to your home, from going back to your land. They did the same thing out there in North Carolina. They did the same thing out there in North Carolina. So, hey, the National Guard here, we come here, the National Guard come, they start blocking your streets off. You done ran from your house is on fire, it done burned down to the ground. You want to go back to your house, you want to see if you can salvage, if you can find something. You just want to get back to your home. And now you got the National Guard there in front of your street, in front of your subdivision with guns and weapons. And they say, hey, we can't let y'all back through there. Well, why can't you let us over there? Well, that's a devastated area. That's a devastated area. And because now that is a devastated area under the law of the state and federal law, we can't allow you to go over there. And they tell you things like, it's power lines that might be down. It's dangerous. And as a legal and a free citizen of America, you shouldn't be able to tell me I can't. I don't care if it's power. It's my life. If I want to risk my life stepping over power lines, that's my prerogative. You don't get to tell, but that's why. So you now can see why these National Guards are over there, but they not dropping water. They not over there trying to figure out how to get the damn water out the Pacific Ocean so they can help y'all save California. They are over there to now take your land the same way they did them people out there in Maui. Oh, yeah. It's confiscation. We're going to confiscate. Yeah, we taking that. We need that, boss. And you got to know something. If you not ready to go to war about this land, then what you should do is turn your little ass around and go back that way, because we not going to let you go over here. Our job from the higher ups and the elites is to stop y'all from going back to this land. You know why? Because it's eminent domain. This is no longer your land, homie. We taking that. We're going to turn it to a Lake Lanier, or we're going to turn it to a smart city. But what you need to understand, and you need to take it up with the government. You need to take it up with the higher-ups and the elites. I'm sure they might write you a check. Yeah, they might give you a little money. But that land over there you tried, that house, that shit don't belong to you. And I guarantee you this. If you ain't ready to go to war about this land, because we ready to go to war, the National Guard got guns, and they will blow your ass down if you go across that line right there. No ifs and buts about it. Hey, man, that's my house. I'm going over there. Hey, sir, we told you can't go over there. I'm going. Bam, bam, your ass going to lay down. You need to know that. Respectfully. So when you go back in the National Guard that you thought was there to help you, if you ain't ready for war, just go the other way, man. Go the other way. But if you ready for war, then go take that land. Take it. Yeah, yeah. The National Guard is not there to help you. The National Guard is there to guard, to guard that land that don't belong to your ass, no, that subdivision with all those houses. Yes, we got a shelter over there. Oh yeah, we got some tents over there for you, and we got some land. Yeah, you go over there to them tents. But you bring your ass over here. So for everybody that's, asking me about that, what you don't these fires was not lit to help you. They didn't light these fires up with that directed energy so that they can send firefighters out there to put the damn fire out. We need the fire to do what the fire need to do. And this ain't no fire that a little bit of water, this ain't that, homie. This is directed energy. This some shit that you gonna have to really have some resources to put out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this shit is burning. Like, bro, let me show you something. Look at this. Let me show you something. This shit is burning on a whole nother level, B. Like, this ain't what you thought it was. That's all I'm trying to tell you. This ain't what you thought it was. Look at this. This ain't what you thought it was.
Growing tonight as flames light up the Los Angeles hillsides. Firefighters are scrambling to contain several major fires tonight. Just into our newsroom, we are learning of another fire erupting, this time in Silmar in the San Fernando Valley. Extremely strong winds are fanning the dangerous and potentially deadly flames that have already forced tens of thousands of people to evacuate. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining.
Now, let me tell you something. This might be the first time in California history that you got these type of fires jumping cities. Literally, this fire is jumping cities, B. And that leads me into the other angle. That leads me into what I said earlier about the illegal immigrants. Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. It's directed energy. It's directed energy. But you need these illegal immigrants to help fan the fire, to help push the fire, to help grow the fire. And what these illegal immigrants are doing is they are using blowtorches, X, Y, and Z to start fires in other areas. You start a fire right here when you already got a fire over there. In due time, those flames will meet. And I ain't making this up because it's multiple different videos of people, civilians, hardworking Americans running down on illegal immigrants with blowtorches, running in the back of people's houses, lighting shit on fire. Now, where would that come from, G&B? Because again, there's so many different levels to this. Where would that come from? Why would they do that? Well, you got to know something. These illegal immigrants have been promised land here in America. They have been promised free health care. They have been promised a lot of things, the American dream. But the only way to get to the American dream, you from, Czechoslovakia or something. You from Venezuela. You got to put in some work over here. You burn these houses down. You help this shit happen. You push these flames, and in due time, we'll give you a piece of that. So you got hardworking, tax-paying Americans running down on illegal immigrants right now in California. Right now. Lighting shit on fire. And nobody is saying why. Everybody is just looking oblivious. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's asking questions. Well, I'm here to give you the solution. I'm giving you the pure dope off the brick into the bottles. I'm giving you the answers. So when I tell you that I'm a war general, you got to know something. I see it from a different perspective. You not ready for war. You got all that money. You got all that prestige. You got X, Y, and Z. But the one thing you ain't got is some nuts, homie. You don't got no cojones. Your cojones, you have no cojones, my man. You have no nuts, man. Your nuts, no, you have no nuts, man. You're not ready for war. Y'all ain't smoked one of those immigrants yet. We ain't heard nothing on the news about a war going on outside. Let me digress. Cause you gotta know something. When I'm giving up this game, they get to playing with the green light. All my videos go green, but just last night after I told y'all what I do, one of my Fat Joe videos went yellow. They don't want to pay me. That's cool. I'm gonna make you pay me for everything else. Cali is under war right now, under siege right now. This is not a forest fire, B. I need you to understand something. And then what they do is they put these people in front of you. Get that dog first standing up nice and neat.
National Weather Service has predicted that the winds are going to pick up and get worse.
Fear and concern is growing tonight as flames light up the Los Angeles hillsides. Firefighters are scrambling to contain several major fires tonight. Just into our newsroom, we are learning of another fire erupting, this time in Silmar in the San Fernando Valley. Extremely strong winds are fanning the dangerous and potentially deadly flames that have already forced tens of thousands of people.
And mind you, this is all happening directly next to the Pacific Ocean, B. Like, yo, we can't make this up, son. I can't make this up. I wouldn't be able to make up this movie for y'all. You got fire like this. You got this type of tragedy happening directly next to the Pacific Ocean. Yo, this ain't happening in Omaha. This ain't happening in Nebraska. This ain't happening somewhere in the middle, North Dakota, somewhere in the middle of the United States where it ain't no ocean or what, right? This shit happening on the coast of the Pacific Ocean. And ain't no water. They ain't spraying no damn water. Where the water? They ain't even got water. Salt water. We could use salt water right now, boss. We could use salt water right now, respectfully. So, again, bro, I'm about to get to a whole nother angle because I keep bringing up war. I keep bringing up war. And because we as a civilization have become so comfortable, we don't want this thing to end, man. We don't want it to stop, you know what I'm saying? We really gonna ride this thing out. We gonna go to work, you know what I'm saying? We gonna pay all these high-ass taxes. We gonna send millions and billions of dollars to other people like Ukraine, and we gonna do all these things. And because we are so comfortable and we don't want war, we basically giving it to them in a gift. We gift wrapping it. Take that. You can do what you want. Just let us live. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, it's going to continue to happen. But it's a reason. It's a reason for the urgency. And I done talked about this before. I done spoke on this before, but we're going to talk about it again. The urgency. 2025, we've been seeing stuff happening right back to back. Back to back. Back to back. Notice we ain't had a break since 2025 started. We ain't 2 weeks into this month, into this year, and we done had about 12 different situations come about. It's because you need to know something. And when I say they, I mean the higher-ups and the elites, and not bringing race into it, but I am bringing race into it. The majority of the higher-ups and the elites are a certain race of people. Caucasian, the Jews, European, whatever you want to do with that, right? The majority of them have the dog fur. You understand? And I told y'all before that it is a sense of urgency for them. You know, you got to be on a certain level of consciousness to understand and be able to feel that the universe, that this whole matrix is coming towards a melting point. It's coming towards an end. Something is happening. You don't know about it, but they do. 2030, I spoke about this before. These people have had control and domain over this universe, over this earth, for about 6,000 years, I think. Something like that. They're fairly new to this realm. They're fairly new to hierarchy. They are fairly new to being in charge and having domain over the planet. I don't want this to go over your head or under your bridge. Follow me on this. Caucasian people, Europeans, you know, the people that come from the Caucasus Mountain, they only recently came out those mountains. Little over 6,000 years ago. And when they came out those Caucasus Mountains, out of that cold weather, they came out of it with a vengeance. They wanted the domain, and the universe allowed them to run and have control over this domain. With that being said, 2030 is probably the closest, and I want to say that will be the beginning of the end of what we know of America. Will America still be here? Yes. America will still be here, but it will be sold out to the rest of the governments on this planet. We will be under a united front where all these governments will now be one. They will now be, it will be a one government world, a new world order that will be implemented against the American people's will, against what we want. They will do this. So every year, and I told y'all this in the Kobe year, I told y'all this in 2024, that every year we get closer to 2030, it's going to get deep, it's going to get wicked, and it's going to get deeper than rap. Every year, more stuff is going to happen. More wickedness is going to happen. Because I understand this, FBA is one of my top priorities. God, man, woman, child is my top priority, because it's going to get to a point where none of this is going to matter. And the only thing that is going to mean something is your consciousness. You're going to wear the mark of the beast. You're going to wear the mark of the beast, or you not. How do you know this? Well, my third eye's open. I've been informed. I've been what you call woke, right? But technology is something that the higher-ups and the elites never really expected to turn against them. You know, technology is something that the higher-ups and the elites figured and thought they could control. They can't control technology. All the movies show us. Terminator 2, it shows us the T-2000 and Skynet will turn against the higher-ups and the elites. It will turn against human. With that being said, let me play something for y'all. Yeah, I already kind of knew this. I already understood what was coming. I already knew what they had up their sleeve. But at the same time, you got technology telling us exactly what's going to happen. Word to Alexa. Let me play something for y'all. Big salute, man. Tap into the realest. Listen, open your ears.
What happens to America in February?
The country's...
What happens to America on February 20th, 2031?
On February 20th, 2031, the United States of America ceases to exist. This date marks the culmination of a process of unification between various governments that was not approved by most people. America ceases to exist. This date marks the culmination of a process of unification between various governments that was not approved by most people.
So the reason why this one's actually better,
On February
20th, 2031.
On February 20th, 2031, the United States of America ceases to exist. This date marks the culmination of a process of unification between various governments that was not approved by most people.
February 20th, 2031. What happens to America on February 20th, 2031?
On February 20th, 2031, the United States of America ceases to exist. This date marks the culmination of a process of unification between various governments that was not approved by most people.
So,
what happens to America on February 20th, 2031?
On February 20th, 2031, the United States of America ceases to exist. This date marks the culmination of a process of unification between various governments that was not approved by most people.
February 20th, 2031. Now, I've been telling y'all 2030, but what you got to understand is they're going to destroy America. They're going to destroy all parts of this. I mean, every fabric of American culture, the Constitution, they're going to slowly but surely knock all of this out and set it afire, set it aflame, right? 2030 will be the year that they get in bed fully with China. You already know they done sold us out to China. They done sold us out to Russia. They done sold us out to the Ukraine. I mean, they done sold us out. America, we are the worker bees of this planet. As we speak right now, we work, we get taxed. Our tax money gets sent to the fucking Ukraine. We work, we get taxed. Our tax money gets sent to do whatever. Trillions of dollars. We fund the globe. You ever, I don't want to, listen to me. You ever heard of the Ukraine and Russia and China saying, we're going to send the American government $100 billion so that they can fix homelessness? We're going to send the American people $400 billion so that they can handle X, Y, and Z. It's always the other way around. All right. So in 2030 will be the year where we have got so deep. It has turned so much turmoil, so much catastrophic events. We'll be so out of whack that the U.S. government, whoever is in place, will sit down with these other governments and make a one world order. In the United States, as we know it, would no longer exist. Why is that? Because those people that are in charge, those people will not barely even be able to be on the surface of the globe. It will be so hot that if you have a lack of melanin, your ass will be back underground or back in the Caucasus Mountains. See, the universe is the universe. God is God, my G. You can't run from that. It says every stone will be overturned. So that means I don't care if you got a doomsday bunker. I don't care if you go live in a cave. I don't care if you got an underground house. I don't care what you do. Every stone will be overturned. Y'all looking past the scripture. Y'all looking past the Bible. I'm here to tell you everything and every answer is in that Bible. Because everything is in that Bible, they perverted the Bible, so you won't believe that it's in there. So you will say, oh, the Bible ain't real because they perverted it. But I'm here to tell you everything, every answer is right there in the scripture. Every stone will be overturned. So I don't care if you spend $1 billion on the underground doomsday bunker. It don't matter. That shit will be overturned. You will be underground and you'll get buried there trying to run from this. Trying to run from what's going to happen. It's already going to happen. In 2031, Alexa's even telling your ass. Alexa even telling you what's going to go down. You can listen or you don't got to. You can't run from this. Grown men, we don't run anyway. Let me give you the secret before we move forward. Righteousness. The only thing that is going to save you from what's happening is righteousness. The book of, it's a character in the Bible by the name of Job. Job was a righteous man. Matter of fact, in that day of time, Job was the only righteous man that God could find. Everybody else was tainted with sin. Job was so righteous that the higher ups and the elites, the devil, the demons, whatever you want to call them, the reptilians, the evils, whatever you want to call this entity, went to God and said, I think that Job will bend, break, and fold if you let me test him. If you let me get close to Job, then Job will bend, break, and fold. He'll fall to sin. He's not as righteous as you think he is. And God said, you know what? You know what? I'm going to let you do that. I want you to get next to Job. I want to see if Job is gonna curse my name under the pressure. But you got to understand something. You can't delete Job. You can't hurt Job. You can't lay a finger on this righteous man. But go test him. The devil was at work. The devil was ecstatic. And guess what? Job started losing all his resources. Back in the day, it was your cattle. It was your lamb. It was your cows. It was your sheep. Job, all his cattle died. All his friends turned their back on him. Everything Job put his hands on, it just crumbled. Job, it was a bad time for Job. And even his wife looked at him and said, man, Job, you got bad luck, Won't you just lay down and die? Job's wife asked him, what did you do to the Most High to make him treat you like this? And Job says, you know what? Regardless of what's going on, I'm going to stay righteous. I'm going to stay righteous. And because Job did that, he was blessed beyond favor. After he stayed righteous under pressure, under this pressure that's being presented to us, you stay righteous. And afterwards, that's when you get all the riches, all the blessings. So after that, Job got everything. He had flock, 2 times his flock. He had 150 sheep, 150. He was rich. He actually lived longer than everybody else. He was allowed to live to about 200 years old. I say all that to say this. The only way to beat this, the only way, your money not going to save you, homie. Your prestige, your fame, your fortune is not going to stay. It's not going to save you. Remain righteous. That's the only thing going to get you out of this, because it ain't no Donald Trump. It ain't nothing it's already happening. It ain't a doomsday bunker that's going to save you. Every stone will be overturned. 2031. 2031 will be the year that the power is transferred. It'll be a transfer of power in 2031. And I already told y'all, they got to 2030. They gonna have to have babies with black men. They gonna have to mingle. They gonna have to procreate with black men, because they gonna need to save the next generation. They need this melanin right here. They need this. At the end of the day, we are all going to be presented with the mark of the beast. Something else that's in that Bible, homie. And if you want to buy groceries, if you want to live a normal life in Babylon, you're going to have the mark of the beast. If you allow them to mark you with that chip, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You will no longer be righteous. If you don't allow them to mark you with the mark of the beast, you're going to suffer. You're gonna fucking suffer. But it get greater later. It gets greater later. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Yeah, I see. You know, I've been seeing that they saying there's no share button. Well, you gotta know something, man. This information right here is pure dope. It's pure dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna stay long on this, but I wanna send this out to somebody that was in the comment section that left me a really, really dope comment. Highly appreciate the engagement. And he, you know, he said a lot, but it was something he said about the pure dope that I want to address. And he said, you know, you do a lot of work, good work. I love your content. I am a subscriber, but I don't think that when you speak about the pure dope, that it coincides with your message. And I thought about that and I sat with that. You know what I'm saying? And the downloads told me, don't change that. Because it's an analogy. It's a metaphor that resonates with us. Yeah, pure dope is something that destroyed our community, but it's not the dope fault. It's not the dope fault that it destroyed our community. It's actually the government fault. It's actually the FBI's fault. It's actually the fault of the higher ups and the elites that put that pure dope in our community. See, the downloads started downloading. And it pointed out to me that you focused on me saying the pure dope. You focused on the wrong enemy. The dope was never the enemy. It's always been the higher ups and the elites. It's always been those people. He said, yeah, you know, because the dope, it destroyed our community. And, you know, you're such a righteous dude and you got such a powerful message that, you know, I think when you relate your information to the pure dope, that I think that it's like, nah, homie, I'm telling you, it's exactly where it need to be at. That's why Hassan Campbell and other content creators is biting it and saying they got pure dope now and saying, yeah, nobody was talking like this before Grown Man Business TV. It's a reason for that. So I appreciated that feedback, but I wanted to address it. The dope was never the problem. The problem was when that white boy ran down on Saint. What's his name? Saint from Snowfall, and gave him that dope to fund that war in Nicaragua. We was living a good life in the ghetto. We was having cookouts. We was unified. We had the Black Panthers. And then they experimented on our community with that pure dope. And I want you to know that this right here, this information is just as pure. The only difference is it's not going to delete you. It's not going to destroy the community. It's not going to destroy your family. But what it will do is the total opposite. It's going to build the community. It's going to build you and your family. It's going to make your wife know that you got to be the man of the house. It's going to let you know that you're going to be the grown man that's going to stand on grown man business, and we ain't about no funny business. This information gonna be pure, but it's going to do the total opposite of what that dope did to our communities. So yes, I'm going to give you this pure dope directly off the brick into the bottles. I don't add no fentanyl, no baking soda, no quinine. We ain't tap dancing on none of this. I want you to get the full effect of what's going on over here at Grown Man Business TV. I want you to feel this. They lit those fires over there. Blue beam and all that. Directed energy and all that. Right in front of our face. And until we are ready to go to war, not only a physical war, but a spiritual war. That's why the downloads of Job just came. You think that what you think that came from? That story of Job is a powerful story in the Bible. Because it's not only a physical war, it's a spiritual war going on. And it don't matter if you go to war with guns. It don't matter if you go to war physically. If spiritually you not righteous. If spiritually you not inclined and you don't know about this. You don't understand this. Put your gun. Listen, if you don't know the spiritual aspect, I suggest you put your guns down, homie. Before you go to war physically, you need to be spiritually strong. And I'm doing that every day. I was just like you for a long time where I didn't believe in the scripture. I didn't believe that book meant something. Whole time, those people been altering the book. They've been perverting the book. They've been doing so many things to this Bible because they understand how powerful it is. They understand that it is truth. So they add stuff to it. They take stuff out like the book of Enoch. They've been doing this for years. The higher you go into consciousness, the more you will understand that it's always been right there in your hands. That Job story was meant for me to tell y'all so you can understand that righteousness is key. Righteousness. That's why I don't come up here. I don't come up here for all the extra. I don't come up here and get money. You know, it's a lot of content creators that's robbing y'all. The same way the pastor get up on that pulpit and rob y'all. These content creators come up here and rob y'all and get rich. You think they not gonna pay for that? You think what you do on this YouTube and what you do with this content, you ain't gonna pay for it? Big salute to the chat. You know, this is far left, right? But my next live stream, we're going to talk about DJ Academics. Oh, yeah. I ain't took my foot off their neck yet. This is FBA business. And just like Fat Joe got it, we about to go at this bumberclad, pussy bumber ass Jamaican boy talking about FBA. Huh? I don't care what you think about LeBron James, because I feel a lot of ways about LeBron James. I feel a lot of ways about what he did. Yeah, LeBron James is a puppet. He's a whole puppet. But you not going to bring your bumberclad ass over here in FBA business. You, a whole goddamn Canadian. You got a Jamaican and you got a Canadian talking crazy about what? About black family, black marriage? Bumberclad. Academics is a Bonty boy. You know, I'm feeling real good. I'm gonna go live again tonight. How about that? Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you get in the notifications because I'm going live again tonight. 9:45, 10 o'clock p.m., we going live. And I'm going to put my boot on DJ Academics' neck. Man, you a whole hoe out here, D. Hey, man, I'm surprised ain't nobody winning his mouth yet. Y'all ain't winning his mouth yet? I don't rock with bunny hopping Meek. I saw Meek Mill bunny hopping for the higher-ups and the elites. These dudes is all puppets. But you mean to tell me you gonna let a Jamaican talk down on a Philly ball who went through the trenches? A bumberclot pussy? Boy, gonna suck your mother. Yeah, I got something I'm gonna say to DJ Academics tonight. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. A whole hoe out here. I'm going to expose the real reason behind what's going on with Drake, DJ Academics, and LeBron James. I'm going to give y'all the real synopsis. I'm going to connect the dots. Because you already know it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And this right here, this situation is deeper than rap. It's deeper than Kendrick Lamar. It's deeper than Drake. It's deeper than rap. California is under fire. California is under siege right now. It's a war going on outside that no man is safe from. Directed energy. Intimate domain. Intimate domain is when they come in and they steal your land. Directed energy. That leads to intimate domain. That leads to the National Guard, who are not there to help you. They are not there to put that fire out. They are there to keep, hey, ma'am, you can't go over there. That's my house. I don't care if it's your house. We've been sent to stop y'all. Don't you go over there. Hawaii went through it. Now I want to lead y'all, and I want to leave y'all with this, because this is going to connect more with the spiritual war that's going on. The city of angels. The city of angels. California as a whole is going to suffer, but the city of angels is one of the biggest reasons why. Hollywood. The city of angels is blasphemous. It ain't nothing angel-like about Los Angeles. It ain't a city of nothing but demons, reptilians, and demonic energy. It's nothing angel-like about Los Angeles. And they always put it in our face. They're going to put it right in your face. They're going to describe it. The same thing with the Statue of Liberty. The Big Apple. You know, Lucifer, in his statue, he's holding a ball of light because he was the light. His ankles is shackled because he was the devil. It's the same thing with the Statue of Liberty. He's holding a ball of light. His ankles is shackled. They got you thinking that's her, Lady Liberty. I'm here to tell you that's the devil dressed up like a woman. That's Lucifer out there in New York City holding up that torch. But we're going to stay on California right now. Spiritually, California has to fall. Babylon. Easy. Let me give you this. They made y'all think that America was Babylon. They made y'all think that America was the old Rome. The whole United States is Babylon, and I'm here to tell you that's a bold-faced lie. New York City. LA, California. These two, the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. These two cities equate to what Babylon is. You look at California, you watching all of these millionaires lose these mansions because of that blue beam, because of that directed energy. You got all of these people crying out. But just 2 weeks ago, you know, nobody was crying. You know, you got all these homeless people on Skid Row out there in California, LA. LA got one of the biggest homeless problems in the fucking world. These same people that's losing their mansions was riding down Skid Row in Lamborghinis and watching women, children, and elderly people sleep on the goddamn ground. And nobody cared. Nobody cared. They didn't care that they made being homeless in LA illegal. Yes, go to jail when you sleep in the wrong place. Being homeless. All that money in LA, they could have literally chopped down some of that forest that caught on fire, wherever the damn forest is out there, and they could have built a small community for the homeless people. Put a couple of McDonald's out there. Put some establishments so these homeless people can actually work and build up that community. I mean, even if it was a mobile home, even if it was a goddamn mobile park, these rich people in Los Angeles could have put $100 here, $1 million here, and built up a community. Instead, they let women, Children and elderly folk sleep on the goddamn concrete, in the streets, eat out the trash can, live in famine. And you wonder why y'all gotta burn. And you wonder why now y'all are homeless. Mel Gibson, I'm talking all of these motherfuckers lost one of their homes. You might got a home somewhere else, but you lost that one. One, let go of the game right. Blue, yeah, but sorry, I'm a champion. Our league, I'm a champion. You lost one. I just wanted to do that. The devilish nature of California and Hollywood. The devilish nature. You thought that was gonna live. Y'all didn't expect to fucking burn. So it's multiple reasons. The scriptures say y'all gonna burn. Gluttony. Y'all out there eating, y'all full, and y'all ain't feeding the hungry. On so many levels. I ain't just talking about food. I'm talking about you done made millions of dollars and you ain't giving back to the homeless. It's called gluttony. So y'all was gonna burn either way it go. And this is directly for California. I'm talking directly to LA. And the higher ups and the elites, they gonna help y'all burn. They gave y'all everything y'all needed to destroy yourself. The higher ups and the elites understand that they gotta work under universal law. They have to work under universal law. Anything outside of universal law, they get punished. So instead of just burning it down and taking the land, they gave y'all everything y'all need. They let y'all do all the weird Hollywood stuff. You know, all the pedophilia, all the molestation, all the sex and all the drugs. They let y'all do all that. All the killing, all the gangs. They let y'all do all that. And now we have come to a melting point, a breaking point. Well, y'all have done so much over there in California that they can literally burn that shit down legally under universal law. Jeez, boy. This game, I almost should make you pay for it. Shit is called Skid Row. Got babies sleeping on the floor, old people sleeping on the floor, and y'all ain't, why not just take Skid Row, turn that shit into 1,000 apartment units, turn Skid Row into a small city within a city, and then police it and regulate it and tax it like y'all do everything else. Easy work. It's easy money. It's not rocket science. So y'all is going to burn. And I'm going to tell you this before we go. New York is on the verge. New York City. Listen, man, I wish I could. Hold on. I wish I could find what I was looking at earlier so I could show y'all. But New York City, y'all are on the verge. Y'all are on the verge. Y'all don't know that the Statue of Liberty that y'all represent, that y'all worship, is a statue of the devil, Lucifer. I wish I could find that. Hold on. I can't. Hold on. Big salute to the chat. Let me see something real quick. So New York City, you guys are on the verge. You know, 9/11 and all that. Y'all remember all that, right? You guys are on the verge. You guys are approaching. Hold on, let me see if I can find this. She was powerful, B. Hold on. I'm gonna try to find it. No, I don't think that was it. I don't think that was it. Let me just make sure. See if I can find it. Big salute to the chat. Hold on. I don't think we meant to be. Cause she loves her work more than she loves me. And honestly, at 23, I probably love my work more than I did she. Fire. It's me in her. Hold on. But what she prefers over me is work. Hold on real quick. Yeah, here we go. Watch this. I want y'all to watch this.
Do you know who this is? Vampire. So he has wings and there's a chain on his ankle and he has a crown. Obviously, Lucifer, Satan.
I saw the chain. I was like, yeah.
Right? Now check this out. What foot is this? I know you've seen this statue before.
Is that the one in?
There's a chain and a foot. That's the foot of the Statue of Liberty.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard about this.
Now this statue, there's 7 points on his
I
crown,
didn't
right?
see this.
Statue of Liberty has 7 points on its crown.
No.
Now go back to the statue. What's by its feet? An apple. Where is the Statue of Liberty? The Big Apple, New York City. What do they call New York City? The Big Apple, fam. Why are they praising the Statue of Liberty, which is literally Lucifer? Do you know why it's holding a torch?
Why?
Because Lucifer was the angel of light before.
Yeah.
It's right in front of us too. Oh my god, that's kind of fun. But where's the most money made? Wall Street.
Oh, Wall Street.
Where's that? It's a Big Apple, fam. And New York is the home of Jay-Z. Taking it a step further. Ready? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Ready? Where did that happen in New York? The healthcare thing. Oh! no, that's a stretch.
Comment down below.
The statue of Lucifer, he's holding the crown with 7 points. The Statue of Liberty got, look past the mess, all the laughing, the giggling, and find the message. He was shackled at the feet. Why in the hell is the Statue of Liberty shackled at the feet? Why does the Statue of Liberty have 7 points on the crown? Why is the Statue of Liberty holding a shining light? Why all the resemblance to Lucifer? Because under the universal law, they have to give you everything you need to destroy yourself. So as long as y'all praise the Statue of Liberty, y'all ain't tore it down, y'all ain't went to war, y'all live with it every day, you have now accepted it. And once you accept it, under universal law, the higher-ups and the elites could do whatever they want. Well, now we're going to knock down a couple of towers. We're going to smoke about 4,000 people all at once. We're going to tell them some, it was a plane, even though that big-ass plane wasn't enough to burn down a damn building. You ever worked in construction? You ever saw a demolition? That was a demolition site. That wasn't no plane. That was a demolition. And under universal law, they don't have to pay because you accepted it. Big salute to the chat. Let's look at this. I'm not playing.
Have you seen this video?
Do you know who this is?
Vampire.
So he has wings and there's a chain on his ankle and he has a crown. Obviously, Lucifer, Satan.
I saw the chain. I was like, yeah.
Right? Now check this out. What foot is this? I know you've seen this statue before.
Is that the one in?
There's a chain and a foot. That's the foot of the Statue of Liberty.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard about this.
Now this statue, there's 7 points on his crown, right? Statue of Liberty has 7 points on its crown.
No.
Now go back to the statue. What's by its feet? An apple. Where is the Statue of Liberty? The Big Apple, New York City. What do they call New York City? The Big Apple, fam. Why are they praising the Statue of Liberty?
Look at that. Look at that. Look at the nose. Look at the resemblance in the face. Look at the resemblance in the neck. This is a painting of Lucifer from 1707. This is the Statue of Liberty. Look at the arm.
Which is literally Lucifer. Do you know why it's holding a torch?
Why?
Because Lucifer was the angel of light before.
Yeah.
It's right in front of us too. Oh my god, that's kind of fun. But where's the most money made? Wall Street.
Oh, Wall Street.
Where's that? It's a Big Apple, fam. And New York is the home of Jay-Z. Taking it a step further. Ready? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Ready? Where did that happen in New York? The healthcare thing. Oh! no, that's a stretch.
Comment down below.
Let me tell you, right? Just like California, well, not just like, but I'm going to say, right? New York City right now is the richest city in the world. New York City is number one. It's the richest city in the world. The richest city, B. Because when you lay down with the devil, when you in bed with the devil, when you are the home, the richest city in the world lives the way it lives. with so many people living in those nasty ass apartment complexes and apartment buildings and projects. Yeah, they living with millions of rats. You know what I'm saying? I seen a motherfucker light a woman on fire recently in a subway in New York City. A woman was lit on fire. That is the home of Satan, B. So you got New York City with a big ass Satan statue right there. And in California, you got the city of angels with poverty and devastation all throughout. Why would a city of angels why would Skid Row be there? So much greed in LA. So before I let y'all go, I just wanted to put that and pinpoint that LA, this is happening on purpose. It's a spiritual war and a physical war that y'all fighting right now. And it ain't no way out of this. New York is next. New York City is next. Mark my words. So listen, we going live tonight. We going live again at 10 o'clock, all right? Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are not playing and act. You know, we gonna talk, B. DJ Academics, it's time that we talk. And the reason, you know, again, I don't really got nothing to do with what's going on with LeBron James and I ain't really got nothing to do with all that. But the downloads are downloading for a reason. And DJ Academics, man, I've been spoke on him, but we gonna do this again. We gonna do this again, homie. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you locked in. You got your notifications on, and be in tune with the Realest channel on YouTube. There is nobody else that would really even give y'all this game as pure and as clear as I gave y'all this game. Break down, angle by angle, angle by angle. If you want to know what's going on in Cali, hit that little red button and pull it back, and you'll be able to get the gist of what's going on out there. Spiritual and physical. They lit Cali on fire, B. Same thing they did with Hawaii and Maui. They about to clear that lane over. They about to do some things with y'all out there. Oh, y'all, yeah, with the California and LA that y'all knew, that shit is on its way to extinction. I suggest, if you understand what's going on, y'all take those same, pews and y'all go do work with that. No more, y'all don't need gang. I don't care if you're 40 Crip, 60 Crip, Blood, Pyru, wouldn't give a damn what you represent. Right now is the time for everybody. Serenos, MS-13, I'm Mexican, black, white. Y'all better get this shit together. Because when the time come, they gonna round all of y'all up. Game time. So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottle. I'm giving you that pure, uncut dope. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. I'm giving you it straight raw. Straight raw. I don't want to touch it. I take it off the brick and I put it in the bottles. All you got to do is put it in your pipe and smoke it. All right? All 2025, we are standing on FBA business. Majority of the content you're going to get from me is going to be standing on FBA business all year long. So get used to it. Get used to it, homie. You're going to get down or you're going to lay down. And if you lay down, we're going to make sure you stay down. Guaranteed. I like how the likes is looking. I like how it's... Listen, man, we turned up and we in the algorithm. They can't stop this. Let me show y'all something before I get up out of here. Watch this. Shit is going for... I'm telling you. I just showed y'all that everything is green, right? I just showed y'all that everything is green, right? Look at this. Look at this. Part 4. Fat Joe speaks on FBA. Part 4. What about it got about 6,000-7,000 views on this one right here in particular. That joint is limited. They stopped it. They wasn't playing. They say, nah, GMB, you talking too much. You talking too much. You see everything green. Every now and then you see something there. It might have some music. It might go yellow every now and then. But the majority of it is green. You see that. You see that. Part 4, yellow. So they always watching. They always paying attention. Listen, man, we coming back at 10 o'clock tonight. We are not holding nothing. We are not stopping. We going live tonight. We going to have fun with this one. This was a serious live stream. We needed to get this off. Tonight we going to have fun. It is what it is, and it'll be, listen, man, you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You could tap in, you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. I suggest you tap in. Gang.